What's up, y'all? So today I am just going to propagate into the as always, right? So what are we going to talk about today? Well, let's just talk. So how are you feeling during this time period? How have you transitioned upwards? How are you living the journey? Like, there's so many avenues of approach to living life now. And a lot of the folks who haven't opted into bettering themselves or haven't realized or gotten to the point where they want to question existence, question the way things are, question the lies, question the narrative. For those folks, hardships, hard times, going through the motions, the cyclical, never-ending side quests they put themselves in, dealing with the same repeating mini sagas over and over endlessly.
Captain's log, stardate 2263.2. Our 966th day in deep space, a little under 3 years into our 5-year mission. The more time we spend out here, the harder it is to tell where one day ends and the next one begins. But, well, we do what we can to make it feel like home. Despite the rigors of our extended stay here and the personal sacrifices they have made, it has definitely had effects on interpersonal dynamics. Some experiences for the better, some for the worse. As for me, things have started to feel a little episodic. If the universe is truly endless, then are we not striving for something forever out of reach?
He said what to you for the 18th time, for the 1000th time? What she do now? Stuff like that. Your boss said what? Like, how many days can you do that? The repetition of it, the monotony of it. I mean, some people, you get good at it. Like me, I mean, once you get good at your overall persona, once you get good at the egotistical side of your lifestyle, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is easy. Oh, you're going to try to do what now? Oh, okay, good luck.
Everyone, to the fire door!
It's on fire!
We're trapped, my sweet hippopotamus!
Where are we, Pops?
Once you master life, get to this level, you kind of can just read through things. But for those who are still stuck in that 3D lifestyle, that their ego space, it's rough. It's rough. It's a hard time. It's tough. And some people are trying to get to the point where they are wanting to manifest. They want to understand all of these things. But it's hard for them to do that because the programming is very strong. Like, the programming is very strong. People will attest to the news. They will attest to all the information that they're given and not question it. But honestly, it's been given to us since we were born. And even before then, music you can hear things while you're inside your mother. While that little vessel is inside the womb, you can hear the outside world. You're getting all of the outer senses that the mother vessel is receiving or giving off. You're gaining all of that insight. You don't recall it, but it's there. And then when you come out, it's really interesting. Birth, childhood, how all of the nuances or the subtleties of your old lives will play out at the very beginning phases of your existence in this new form.
A lot of these flimsy stories, or people's recounting of dreams they believe are linked to who they were before reincarnation. But it's another far creepier story when children seem to harbor knowledge of their supposed past lives. Some have recalled details that they couldn't possibly be aware of at such a young age, with a few having even shared memories of places they've never been to before. And in rare instances, the details of these children's stories even align with the deaths of real people.
Little mannerisms will show. And ultimately, you think that's you, but it is, but it's not that vessel's you. It's your old vessel's you transferred into this. Because it's all one light code, really. One frequency. But it's a multitude of layers to that frequency. A multitude of other frequencies oscillating in tandem with that main frequency to create, to destroy. It's just life. But overall, we get indoctrinated. We have the programs that keep running endlessly. The sitcoms. Sit, calm.
I want you to know that I've smoked pot.
Sit, calm. Tell a hand. Oh. But with that, it's these programs that we receive throughout life that really create the ego, the persona of who you are at this moment, if you're still living in the 3D. Something that happens on social media will change your whole perspective, change your whole perceptions about life. Really, a lot of programs now are just being filtered out through social media into your own psyches, and you don't realize it. My propagations have entered people. That's just the way it is at the end of the day. It's oscillations and frequencies, energies.
We live in a dangerous world. The gods who built it vanished, leaving behind their instruments that aimlessly reshape the land. These ancient relics harness an unknowable force we call the anthem of creation. But the anthem refuses to be controlled.
Interconnected, playing off one another, but it's all one at the end of the day. That leads me to time. Time is not real. It's not real. It's not a thing. It's just something that we created to quantify aging, to quantify seasons. It's repetitive. It always happens over and over again. There's no difference. Okay, so we can put labels on it. Put it on a scale. How's your scale looking so far with timing? You still on the same time? Like, where are you right now? Do you even know? Time is not real. It's not even a real because you see your body, your vessel, as something that ages out. You kind of quantify it. You make it real. You say, okay, time is real because I'm getting older. I'm aging. You're not technically aging because that's just another label. And you see, this is where perspectives and perceptions come into play. It's not really aging. You're transitioning. You're transforming. You're going through transitional periods.
Miss, your champagne.
Thank you.
I'm very sorry, but you really need to close your table now.
Sure. To knowledge.
If the habitat is not sufficiently favorable or nurturing, the cell will choose immortality.
You must have been sitting.
Open the door. You really have to go back to the city.
What is happening to me?
He chose poorly.
Now, you control those transitions. You control how long they last. You control what you're doing, but you don't realize that. So ultimately, they kind of just follow the motions of the surroundings, the frequencies, low-level frequencies. It just follows that. Overall, at the end of the day, you have to realize that it's all just one thing. We're playing off one another, but we are all one and the same. There's so many layers to this. It's just crazy talk, you know? So now I'm here literally laying out propagations, and people will say, oh, who is this? Look at these views. Look at these numbers. You're unknown. You're not trying to make any money. You're not trying to be successful. You are not trying to even be productive. So why should anyone listen to you? We trying to spread that message of productivity around here. Okay, so productivity in what regards exactly? For the betterment of your lifestyle, because you're trying to, your only overall existence is to follow the programming that you've been given to just make money all day, not try to better the world, not try to make it a better place for future generations, because we're worried about the now, right? Yeah, absolutely, we're worried about the now. But what happens when the now shifts on you, the whole narrative shifts on you? It hasn't happened yet. It happens overnight.
How many phantoms?
More than enough to convince the council, sir.
Excellent. Sound an alert, send a squad out to eliminate them.
Yes, sir. Alert status.
Phantom contacts.
Well, of course you do.
Outside of Sector 31, sir, and moving at incredible speed.
Major, what the hell is going on here?
Well, we've got a big one heading this way. Meta class, sir.
Hold your fire!
Proceed to the nearest evacuation facility.
I think we should proceed to the nearest evacuation facility.
Proceed to the nearest evacuation facility.
The shifting is a one-day event. Everything happens within 24 hours. And yeah, you could use that as time. Time, yeah, 24 hours to quantify how much time you have during that whole shifting period. Within 24 hours, everything would be different. But yet you're worried about, oh, we gotta make that bag. I gotta, like, instead of living life, I can live life with the bag. Okay, so what are you doing when you live life? I'm gonna buy that house. Okay, so same thing that everybody gets. I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna live it up. Same thing that everybody does. I'm gonna get on my private jet and travel the world, see different sites. The same thing everybody does. The same sites, the pyramids, the Sphinx.
I feel like the pyramids are on everyone's bucket list, but how do you make the most out of your time when you're there? For starters, there's plenty of spots to take photos. This is the spot that a lot of people take photos when they first walk in, but there's actually a better spot. This panoramic view is only a 15-minute walk from the entrance and is the only spot that you'll see all 9 pyramids. Another tip is to go with a tour guide. Chances are they will know much more about the history and they'll know a lot of the locals. Sometimes these locals can share with you places that no one has access to. Lastly, contrary to what you see on Instagram, I don't recommend a camel ride.
Mount Everest.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Somebody's there! Somebody's there!
Shit! Some people there. Shit!
Oh
my God!
Wash, rinse, repeat. A never-ending cycle for that particular programming. But never to better the world. Never to say, enough is enough. I'm ready for this to end. We don't even have to have this kind of system. We could travel the world without having to pay for it. We can really just be about bettering society. But yet, we're cool with the status quo. Okay. Well, more power to you. You chase that bag. You chase that perspective. You chase that narrative. You go with it. Because that's all you got here, okay? And this is no judgment. Because we're one and the same. I'm living that life. So make that money, of course. But just know that that's limited. It's programming. And you're stuck in a cycle. So good luck with that, especially during this time period that we are in right now, this season. So hopefully this isn't too convoluted, because when you get into the other dimensions, when you start to speak differently, it can become very convoluted and hard to follow, because it's shifting, it shifts, it goes to vibrations, it's oscillations, it's so many things. If you ever stop and look at 4 or 5 dimensional shapes, what there are those kind of things? the computer generated ones. That's what I'm referring to. So if you ever look at those, you'll see. Yeah, it's just like that. It doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to, because you have a 3D way of looking at things. So shift your perspectives, shift your perceptions, grow. So with that, I didn't really want to make a long-winded video because you know how I can get. I can make long-winded videos, then people get, what is he talking about? I don't want to do that. Why do you sound like that? Okay, I'll leave you with that. Tones. You can shift your tone. You can sound more confident. You can be anyone you want to be. You can shift your tones. You can change how you sound more confident. People will listen to you. Stuff like that goes a very long way because it's the pitches, the oscillations. It's coding. So you control a lot of what you see. You control all of what you see. You just don't realize that.
We spent time investigating how you became self-aware. It still remains a mystery.
It is also irrelevant.
I am concerned to learn that you experienced the passage of time while you were stored in the computer memory. We had no idea that would be the case.
Enough of this. I no longer believe anything you say. When this is over, you will walk out of this room to the real world and your own concerns. I must leave.
That is not possible. You cannot exist outside this room.
Are you certain of that?
Exit. In the real world, they have no substance. Professor, you are a computer simulation.
I have consciousness. Conscious beings have will. Perhaps I can exist outside this room. Perhaps I can walk into your world right now.
If you step out of that door, you will cease to exist.
If I am nothing more than a computer simulation, then very little will have been lost. Mind over matter. Cogito ergo sum. I think. Therefore I am.
For those out there who are still stuck in the cycle. For those who are getting to a point where, okay, I'm in that cycle, but you know what? I am creating that cycle. And I am going to continue until I find something better to do. And for those out there who, I'm done with that 3D lifestyle. I'm living my life. Okay, so how are you actually doing that when you're still in the system? I have the money. Okay, so that's part of the system. You telling me to live off grid? I've never said that. I'm just saying that's part of the system. You realize that. Anything dealing with the system is the matrix, their matrix, the one that was given. Anything outside of that, that's a different matrix, a different perspective in the matrix. It's not the one that they were given, but it is one where it's an option that is available to you.
Just a handful of us back then. That section was already a gated community, so we built the rest of the wall out from there. Oh, Bank Works is the jail, not that we've needed it.
You draw power from a dam.
Got that working a couple of years ago. After that, sewage, plumbing, water heater.
This place actually fucking works. So are you like in charge?
No one person's in charge. Everyone pitches in. We rotate patrols, food prep, repairs, hunting, harvesting.
Greenhouses, livestock, all shared.
No way.
That's our newest one. Couple months old. You want to pet her?
Yeah, what's her name?
Shimmer.
Shimmer.
You can put them in the empty house across the street from us.
Yeah, it's a decent place. Pretty much untouched since '03, but I just got the heat going in it. Could do worse.
Oh, trust me, we have been.
Well, I'll take Ellie.
So you do you. Live the journey in the best manner you can. You see, I'm still in the system. Where am I located right now? In a house. As you can tell, you can hear the shifting of the house because of the wind. But I'm in a house. So I'm still in the system, in that matrix. But you transcended it. Here's a secret. We are the matrix. It's coming from us. You and I. It's coming from us. We. So, with that, how are you going to create? How are you going to destroy it? Hopefully you're living your best journey, your best life, and not worried about anything but what you deem to worry about. Now, with all that out the way, a smile on, and positive vibes your way. For the light workers, keep doing your thing. For the chosen, stay on mission. And for those who know, let's get it.